3-2 butt. Let's go. 3-2 butt. The beginning of this podcast.
There was supposed to be a lead-in because we're just using a recording where a fan was on for a few seconds. This is the 8 Eyes on 3 Guys podcast, by the way. I'm Brenton. I'm your host. I'm the man with the plan. I'm the man who gets all this shit done. I'm the guy who made this podcast. It's mine, and if anyone tries to take it away from me, I'll fucking kill them. I'll fucking kill them with my bare hands. I'll strangle their necks until they die.
You heard it here first, folks. If you try to take this podcast, you're gonna die. According to Brenton.
That's Eric, by the way.
Yeah, this is me, Eric.
We also have Alex.
Hey, I'm over here. I'm the farthest away from the microphone.
That's true.
You might need to speak up a little bit louder.
Alright.
Might need to get a little bit closer.
Get a bit closer.
We also have Dayton, regular guest.
I'm gonna have to raise the audio on the entire Stevie episode because we're talking so quietly and solemnly.
There's no
All
being excited.
But
the previous episode we did on the movie Stevie, sad episode.
Yeah.
That's like the only podcast
It's a real downer,
where
I gotta say.
where we actually talk about the movie the whole time. It's fucked up.
hey.
Yeah,
it's
Dayton's
me,
here.
Dayton, you remember when Yoda was in Soul Calibur 4? I'm like that. I'm a guest character.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even DLC.
You may know Dayton from previous episodes, such as the Into the Spider-Verse episode and the Racial Divide.
And I mispronounced that lady's name a lot.
Yeah.
Racial Divide, good episode, I think. Some nice discussion. Into the Spider-Verse, not up yet because we record these in weird fucking batches.
Yeah, we're like the Steven Universe of podcasts in that we're bad and we do things sporadically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
I like to think
again,
we're like
no questions.
I like to think that
Don't
we're
have me.
like the James Cameron Avatar of podcast.
You think so?
Yeah.
We're like a big spectacle.
This season's never gonna come out until like 2029.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think that we are simultaneously both the Avatar, the animated series podcast, and also the Avatar, the M. Night Shyamalan movie of podcasts, in that we are simultaneously great and terrible.
I don't like to think.
There we go.
Yeah.
It makes his brain hurt.
He just has people make the decisions for him.
Yeah. It makes the backs of his eyes itch and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, I just want to go back to elementary school.
I like that. I like the back of his eyes itching. That's good.
He doesn't know if he wants to watch Hoodwinked 2 or not.
Yeah.
Just put it on and he's okay.
Hoodwinked 2.
Hood versus Evil.
But before that, we ate some chili.
We should do that for like the intermission.
Let me do a lead-in here.
Okay. All right. Well, lead it in.
Let me do.
Lead it in, baby.
Let me do my lead-in. I just received a text. I gotta fucking turn all my shit down.
Uh-huh.
I like that you sent that to me, Alex. And
Wait,
also you said it. Look, I agree that Chili Review should be a nice break intermission where we don't talk about Hoodwinked 2 for a minute or two, but we intended to have a chili review because I made some dank-ass chili before the Stevie podcast, but I don't know, we were all so sad because of Stevie that we forgot to do it.
I don't know. Brenton, I thought you were just going to yes and me introducing the chili segment. We were just going to dive into it.
No, I'm trying to give context.
Okay.
Because I actually do want to talk about Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil, the movie we watched today.
Yeah, of course.
Before we talk about this nice chili.
Before?
Yes.
All right.
I want to talk about Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil first.
Okay.
Hoodwinked 2 as in T-O-O, by the way. As in you were hoodwinked as well. Hood vs. Evil.
Mm-hmm.
This movie fucking sucks.
Oh, for sure.
Let's talk about the plot. So this is obviously a direct sequel to
Hoodwinked.
To Hoodwinked, the animated film.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who it was.
Wherein the titular character, Hoodwinked, needs to make some friends.
We don't have to talk about the plot of the first one at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know who directed it. I only know who was in it, and honestly, that movie's bad. Don't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But Hoodwinked 2 picks up not quite immediately after the first one, but there is obviously a small time skip. But the main characters of the first film, Red Riding Hood, the grandmother of Red Riding Hood, the Big Bad Wolf, and Twitchy the Squirrel, all make a return in this film. The opening scenes being Wolf, Granny, and Twitchy the Squirrel they're on a rescue mission to save Hansel and Gretel, I think.
Yeah, they're sneaking up on the candy house.
Yeah. Big Bad Wolf is played by Patrick Warburton, who is in many things. Like, holy shit, he's in fucking everything. He's in The Venture Bros. He plays Brock Sampson.
He's in Family Guy.
He's in Family Guy. He plays Joe Swanson.
Gronkle, the one from the Emperor New Dance.
He goes,
Yeah,
your mama is so fat. Is he that guy?
No, that's actually a different guy.
That sounds like the same guy.
That guy's trying really hard to sound like that.
Yeah.
That guy's trying to sound like Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
There's Granny, played by Glenn Close.
Mm-hmm.
Twitchy doesn't matter.
I hate that you even brought that up, because I tried to erase that out of my mind so much.
Yeah.
The Yo Mama channel.
It's awful.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Yo Mama is so ugly. Even Freddy Krueger has nightmares about her.
Man.
That's a fucking Brenton Lafayette original.
That's the title of this episode.
It fucking should be now. Fucking a whole Yo
Is that
Mama.
a Brenton original?
Well,
Because that's pretty good if you just came up with that.
I didn't come up with that right now, but I came up with that in like 5th grade.
Okay. No, that's good. I like that.
It's definitely on the internet, but
Oh.
like I came up with it independently of the internet at the time. But yeah.
Yeah, I think a joke thief hacked into your webcam and got the joke from
I
you.
mean, it's like not that hard a joke to come up with.
Yeah.
It takes like
But it
exactly 6 seconds of thought.
It is a Brenton original.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't claim to be the first one to have ever made that joke, because I probably wasn't. But like at the time, it was an original of mine. Hoodwinked 2. Fucking Red Riding Hood is played by Hayden Panettiere. Fuck, I don't know if this is right or not, but I think she's in Kingdom Hearts. I think she plays Kairi. But like, I don't want to look that up at all. Also in this film, because this film has a fucking weirdly stellar voice cast, we have fucking Bill Hader and Amy Poehler playing Hansel and Gretel, respectively. There's also Cheech and Chong and Samurai Jack's Phil Lamar, who played the 3 Little Pigs. So also fucking Danny Pudi.
Wait,
Hobbit.
Phil Lamar was the third pig?
Yeah.
So that wasn't George Bush.
That wasn't George Bush.
Okay.
Yeah, also, there's Danny Pudi, who plays Little Boy Blue. I don't know who plays the giant. I don't care to find out. And Joan Cusack plays the witch, Varushka. I had to look at the synopsis I had pulled up for this movie to find out her name, because this movie is just fucking noise and lights.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad one, everybody.
You were right. She voices Kairi.
Oh, okay.
And another character in Dreams at Distance.
Yeah, no.
Shion, I think is.
Yeah,
her name?
Shion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she also? No, that wouldn't be her.
She's in Until Dawn as well.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shion. Oh, fucking Kingdom Hearts. God damn it. Actually, Shion's not from Dream Out Distance though. She's from
What
358 over 2.
Oh my god. She voices the girl one in Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, I knew that too.
That's. Man. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about Alpha and Omega.
We'll have to do that on the podcast some other time.
Future.
This was actually a very spontaneous podcast. We didn't even intend to record one today.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys
we should probably say how this even came
Yeah,
up.
we were just
didn't
hanging
even
out.
intend to watch
We
Hoodwinked
were-
2 today.
I don't remember what brought this up, but we were talking about Hoodwinked and how there was a sequel and nobody watched it.
Well, no. We were watching The Hollow.
I must have bringed it up then.
By the way, The Hollow, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming up. It's coming soon.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It'll happen.
We had to get the energy to watch
But
that.
at some point in the
4
night,
episodes now.
some point in the night, Hoodwinked was brought up.
Well,
while
it was
were
brought up
watching
because we were
something.
talking about crappy kids animation because of The Hollow.
and I was just trying to find really awful shit on Netflix to put on in the background.
Well, no, you brought up Hoodwinked 2, and then we looked it up, and we looked at its reviews, and we went, haha, holy shit, what a bad reviewing film.
Okay, Dayton, do you want to complain about the false advertising that is Fun Mom Dinner?
Okay. Well,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not to sidetrack too much, but the first thing that we watched on this
Alex was not here at this time.
Yeah, on this adventure was a movie called Fun Mom Dinner.
A Netflix original?
I don't
No.
think so. No.
It's got Paul Rust in it.
So it had.
Not Paul Rudd, Paul Rust.
I'd say we only watched like half of the movie. I'd say 2/3 of the title was right. There was dinner twice in the movie.
It was not fun though.
And there were moms.
There were moms, but there was certainly no fun. I think we got to the part where the
fun
quote
begins?
unquote fun was about to begin.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think we just watched out because we weren't having fun.
But it is very much a movie that falls into, like, the category of, whatever Bridesmaids and that other one that just came out this year was, or not last year, the dancing one.
Oh, yeah.
What was that shitty movie
Ghostbusters?
called?
Pitch Perfect?
Ghostbusters, yeah, I think it was Pitch Perfect.
It's not really in the category of Pitch Perfect, because Pitch Perfect, those movies are musicals. It's like Bridesmaids, it's like Trainwreck, it's like all the Paul Feig movies, shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like all of Judd Apatow's career except that.
Man,
Yeah.
Paul
But
Feig...
it was like the definition of that.
Yeah.
Paul Feig did one good thing, and that was Freaks and Geeks, and everything else he did. I mean, Bridesmaids is okay.
But
I will go to bat for Trainwreck, but not because of Amy Schumer, but because of John Cena.
Was that Paul Feig?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to say my piece on Trainwreck.
Okay.
I was gonna say. So,
I'm glad you did.
We tried to
Paul
watch
Feig did the Ghostbusters remake, and that sucked.
Yeah.
But hey, that didn't suck because it was ladies. That sucked because it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we tried to watch that. It stunk. So then we watched a little bit of The Hollow. Well, we watched 3 episodes. Well, actually,
We watched
two
two episodes
and
and
like
then the
3
last
minutes
quarter of the last one.
the last one. Yeah,
But we will leave that for the Hollow podcast.
yeah.
That
And
shit was
then
bad.
we watched Emojenius.
Yes, a
which was,
Netflix game show.
Yeah, a game show where you guess what emojis mean as a sentence.
Like, it's a eggplant emoji and then a pan, and you're supposed to get that it is Peter Pan.
Yeah, and that was really terrible. We watched an episode
Yeah,
of
it
that,
was
but
fucking
then
terrible. I told the creator to suck my balls.
coincidentally,
Yeah, no, Brenton legit tweeted at the creator.
I tweeted at the I
balls.
tweeted at the guy. I was like, "Hey, are you the guy who made Emojenius? Eat my balls."
Well, I don't think he made it. He was probably just the host. But he does suck.
Yeah,
He's a terrible
well,
host.
he can still eat my balls.
He keeps referring to himself about how handsome he is. It got very, not good.
See, I
should
actually
have got Chris Hardwick.
I don't think the problem is him. I think the problem is just that it's a bad game show.
Well, everything about it sucks.
It just also happened that he sucked.
To give you an image in your head about what it looks like, imagine if a public access game show had a budget, but the budget was also the prize money that the contestants win, so they're just constantly losing what they have.
And also
Yeah.
it sucked.
Yeah,
It
but
just was not good.
because we just could not
Open for season 2 though.
Yeah, because we couldn't stand it anymore. I kept scrolling through the suggestions Netflix was giving me from looking up The Hollow, and coincidentally enough, or The Hollows rather, coincidentally
enough, Hoodwinked 2 was in there.
yeah.
And
So we just said,
decided
hey,
to watch it.
I clicked on it immediately, and
then
we watched the whole thing.
And then like a third of the way through, I was like, we should do a podcast on this.
Yeah.
Because I think we have some things to say.
That's the lore about how we watched Hoodwinked
that's-
2. I almost said Hoodwinked.
That first 14 minutes of the podcast where we don't talk about Hoodwinked 2, that's all just set up for us talking about Hoodwinked 2.
All right, so Alex, I'm walking around in Atlanta.
Oh,
Alright.
I've
Alright,
got.
is it right now?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so this before we talk about Hoodwinked 2, Eric here has a fun story from his new hometown of Atlanta that he moved to fuck black girls in.
That's true. 100% true. The
100%.
only reason I
Yeah.
moved to Atlanta is just the glimmer, just the little chance.
Eric's address in Atlanta, by the way, is 125 Atlanta Street, Atlanta.
That's true. That is wow. Cannot believe you guessed that. Anyways,
It wasn't a guess. I've been stalking you.
Anyways,
Okay, I'd like to preface this story with just me saying this. This story, Eric's actions within it, have lowered my opinion of Aaron.
fair enough.
It's a roller coaster for me.
I know one thing about this, and that is the word ATM. So, my mind's been going wild. What the fuck did you do?
Okay,
there?
I'm walking around in Atlanta, and then this guy, he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I just got here from Ohio. Is there any cool shit around this city you can point me to? And I go, nah, man, I just got here too. I'm not even old enough to tell you about any of the bars or anything. So, and he's like, oh, okay, I got you, man, I got you. Well, I got this daughter. Look, man, could you help me out? I got this daughter, and she's got a condition where she can only eat, like, McDonald's and bologna sandwiches and stuff like that.
The bologna sandwich part is new.
Yeah, well, new to us, but, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
it's
then...
fucking shit food.
So then, I'm like... First of all, the premise of someone having a condition where they can only eat garbage is... blatantly fucking absurd.
No, Eric, no. You tell the story right. You offered this man McDonald's.
I know, hang on. I know. I'm just saying, like...
we can pick it apart at the end.
Okay.
Just tell the story.
Alright.
Because I've got shit to say.
Okay. And then I'm like, alright, well, I don't have any cash, but I've got this debit card, because I'm just thinking, like, oh, this is an adventure that's stumbled upon my way. Might as well...
Eric stumbled into a side quest.
Yeah, might as well go along with this. And then I was like, well, I don't have any cash, but I have this debit card. I could go to the grocery store and get you, like $10 worth of stuff in this debit card. And he's like, no, that won't work. That won't work, because she's got a condition. And that doesn't make sense. Because what does her condition have to do with the method of payment that I'm using? But regardless, and then... he keeps going like, no, man, that won't work. See, there's an ATM over there. Well, you just put your card in there, get some cash out. And so I'm like, alright, well, let's go. So we walk over, and the whole time he's talking about, like, hey, man, Ohio's really cool. He's talking about football and shit. I don't understand what he's talking about.
Dude, Ohio is not really cool. Hey, if you're from Ohio and you're listening to this podcast, you're cool. And but the rest of Ohio, go fuck yourself.
I should also mention, on the way to the ATM, I went, man, it must be really hard, having a kid with a condition and everything. And he's like, man, it's only by the grace of God that we're still here. I'm like, man, that's really rough.
Jesus Christ. Amen.
And then, so I get to the ATM, I pull out like $10.
You guys think Sonic's Christian?
Like the hedgehog?
Yeah.
He's gotta go fast to heaven.
Yeah. There's multiple pictures if you Google it.
Okay, second question. Do you guys think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are Christian?
I don't know, they eat pizza.
Okay.
I think Mikey is
Third
not.
actual question.
Uh-huh.
And this is a real one is Superman Christian?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Superman racist?
No. Superman's a nice guy.
I mean, look, no, because Superman embodies the Christ mythology.
Well, no, because he doesn't fucking die.
Well, no, but he's a fucking perfect man.
Well, he's a perfect man, but he's not the Christ mythology.
Okay, fine. Anyways,
also, Superman isn't a perfect man. He's a perfect specimen.
Okay, fine, whatever.
And also, he's not a man, he's an alien.
Anyways, I'm at the ATM. I'm at the ATM, and while I'm pulling this money out, he's like, hey, man, do you smoke weed? And I'm like, yeah, I smoke weed. And he's like,
whoa, Eric, revealing that you smoke weed on the podcast.
As long as I don't have my last name out there, everything's fine. Fucking Christ. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, and he's like, I got some really great shit from Ohio. No, you didn't. Not from Ohio.
Yeah, come on. Also, fuck you. That was my joke.
That was Brenton's joke. So then I'm like, yeah, okay. And he's like, oh, man, when we get back to this hotel... Or, no. He's like, because then he's like, okay, well, come to me to this hotel and I'll bag up some weed for you. And then, so we're walking back to his hotel where he's presumably, as far as I'm concerned, he's going to give me weed and then he's going to, buy something from McDonald's for his fucking weird-ass daughter. So then we get into the CNN Center, where they fucking do a bunch of fucking news shit, and it's also a hotel, and it's also like a mall food court thing. Fucking weird as hell.
Do you guys want to go to the Mall of America with me at some point?
For sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's fucking do a bunch of ass in the Mall of America.
And then he's like, okay, well, you can't go into the hotel room with me, because my aunt came here. My aunt came here with us, and look, she hates weed, man. She will freak the fuck out if she finds out anything. So I'm like, all right, and he's like, just sit on this bench. Which, by the way, it was a Rick and Morty bench with a fucking Rick thing that I could put my arm around.
Oh, good.
Anyways,
you can lick Rick's balls.
Yeah, I did for like 20 minutes waiting for this guy, and then after like an actual half an hour of sitting around at the CNN Center, I was like, I'm not getting this fucking weed.
Yeah, you got fucking scammed.
This guy just stole $10 from me. Of what? I'm such a fucking dumbass for going like, oh yeah, that makes sense that your daughter has this weird ass condition, and also that somehow it wouldn't make sense for me to just pay with a debit card to get fucking food.
All right, I need to say some things. These things need to be said on the podcast.
But look,
so they are down.
I need
for
to clarify that my state of mind when I was going into all this was just like, this will just be like a fun little adventure that I go on.
Yeah, you'd lose out if you didn't.
Yeah,
I'd like to bring a but I don't care about most of it, and Eric getting scammed is whatever. What really, really actually bothers me is you let this guy take you to an ATM. That's so fucking stupid.
I don't care.
That's that's actually like one of the stupidest things I've heard you do, Eric. That's the stupidest thing I've heard you do.
I will admit, very dumb.
Like,
very dumb.
Like, if you had a debit card, you could have paid for whatever you wanted. You could have even bought a McDonald's, and you would have still been scammed, but you wouldn't have had... If that guy had a gun or a knife and was inclined, he could have made you empty your whole fucking bank account and then slit your goddamn throat right there at the ATM.
Well, I only had like $30 in my bank account, so it wouldn't have been a big deal. But
$30 is $30 more than that fucker has.
I see your point, but look, I just had a feeling like, this guy doesn't have a gun, and he didn't. Everything was fine. I just got scared out of
feeling this guy. Do you know how easy it is to hide guns on your person? I could have 9 guns on me right now, and you wouldn't even know. Like, honestly, do you know how easy it is to hide guns on your person? Do you know how easily a gun just slips into a waistband, and then you cover it with a shirt?
For context, Brenton has stood up.
Brenton is now standing, demonstrating how easily you could hide a gun.
I'm not even joking. If I could have a gun on me right now, and you wouldn't have even known.
Hey, look, man. When I was putting in my code at the ATM, he fucking turned his head away.
Well, that's nice. Alright, it still makes you a fucking retard.
I mean, yeah, sure.
And that has lowered my opinion of you. Just to let you know. Just like a little bit.
Yeah.
It's made me view you as less smart than you were.
It is definitely like the dumbest thing I've done, probably.
That's like objectively, like you made 6 wrong choices directly in a row.
Yeah.
Were you even high?
No, I was completely sober. That's why when I heard he was like, "Hey, do you have weed?" I was like, "Ooh, yeah, maybe I'll get some weed out of this."
The weed.
That's the part of the story where like the roller coaster just goes very far down.
Alex, how do you feel about this ATM story? Because you're the only guy who came into this thing blind. Because Eric told me and Dayton earlier in the day. And then we hadn't told Alex about it yet, just because it hadn't been brought up.
Yeah. And
now we're bringing it up on the podcast because we thought it would be fun. But how do you feel about this, Alex?
Has it changed how you view me?
Alex's face, by the way, has gone on a roller coaster of emotions. He's gone from like happy to shocked to like befuddled to thinking.
No, honestly, it hasn't changed my opinion of Eric. Because I was having some thoughts today about Eric. And they were that you just accept what people say at face value.
I'm incredibly gullible.
Yeah, it's
honestly
terrifying. I use it to my advantage all the time. So, like,
I will believe anybody.
Honestly, yeah.
So no, no points were lost.
You guys want to talk about Hoodwinked 2?
Yeah, Hoodwinked 2.
Excuse me. You might want to cut that cough out, because that was horrifying.
Yeah. Sorry I keep derailing things. It's just there's so little to talk about with Hoodwinked 2. Okay.
Yeah, there's really not a lot to talk about with Hoodwinked 2. Let's start the synopsis.
Okay, so where were we?
The very beginning.
We
We
got to
literally-
sneak in at the house and then
No,
we just stopped.
literally stopped because I wanted to talk about the actors that were in the film because it has a weird all-star cast.
Oh, fuck. So,
But
we
we already talked about all of them. So,
Where were we at last? Like,
Granny and the wolf and the squirrel were attempting to rescue Hansel and Gretel from the candy house of the witch. Granny gets captured.
not. It's the wolf and Granny, and then
The squirrel as well.
yeah, the squirrel just fucking jumps in,
Yeah.
like, out of nowhere.
Well, like, the wolf and the squirrel, they have some talk with the Granny.
Wait a minute, it doesn't start with
What?
that. It starts with a dumb monologue
Well, it
from
starts.
the frog.
It starts with no, because it's not the frog at first.
I thought it was. Who was talking? Like when they had the weird book cinematic.
I thought that was somebody else. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
It is Hoodwinked.
There's a monologue at the beginning where it kind of talks about Hoodwinked 1 and stuff. It doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't.
They just
fucking
play
matter.
clips from the first movie.
Almost. I don't know if they actually do because honestly,
Yeah,
that part of the movie is erased from my brain already.
And it's not like we've watched Hoodwinked 1 in a while, so I'm not gonna go
Yeah,
back
the
and
last time I
compare.
watched Hoodwinked 1 was with Alex in a high school classroom. So
Really?
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen it since it came out.
well, me and Alex had like a math or a Spanish class or something, and our teacher, whose name I will not say out of respect for them and their profession and their right to privacy,
Mhm.
decided to play movie that day.
Play nudes.
And picked Hoodwinked. Very much to my disliking, because I do not enjoy the Hoodwinked film.
Mhm.
And I did not enjoy Hoodwinked 2. But yeah, well, so the wolf, the squirrel, and the granny, as I'm going to call her from now on, because I like adding the to people's names for this movie, because, like, come on. They, I don't know, they're saving Hansel and Gretel, right? And they have, like, a small fight or something about Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, they have lots of emphasis on her not being there.
Yeah, because she's somewhere. She's fucking kung fu training or some fucking bullshit. Oh, I'd like to bring up that this movie looks exactly 0% better than the first one.
Yeah.
Like, it honestly...
And it got, like, quadruple the budget.
Yeah, this movie, it has a $30 million budget. The first movie had less than $8 million for a budget. So, was this movie just money laundering?
Yeah, my theory is that somebody made this movie to launder money for, like, drugs or
Yeah,
something.
that's the only way that makes sense. Because this movie looks like fucking shit. I honestly kind of think that they just ripped the 3D models from the previous film.
Mhm.
Because that's what they look like.
Yeah.
They look like the same 3D models.
Well, I'm
Like,
sure Pixar does that and they just make them, like, slightly better looking, but they just take the same model.
Well, yeah, but also Pixar aren't hacks.
Yeah, that's, well,
Well, that's
have you seen The Good Dinosaur?
that's debatable.
Yeah, okay. That is debatable. Some of Pixar aren't hacks. Well, I think at least... No, I don't think... I think they probably reuse, like, skeletons and stuff for models.
Dude,
probably.
the good Dinosaur is just nature beating the shit out of that fucking dinosaur for like 90 minutes, and you like having to feel bad for him.
We should watch that on the podcast.
It's
at some
like
point.
Dumbo 2.
We should do like theme weeks when we eventually get to a more regular recording schedule. Because
Yeah.
I would love to do a Good Dinosaur week where we just watch the Good Dinosaur 7 times.
Hey man, after the end of spring quarter, I'll be fucking home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For like a couple months, right?
Well, I mean,
Are
I
you
haven't
gonna-
fucking. I'm not.
Are you gonna for real drop out?
I mean, after I'm done with this year, like, I don't have any commitments beyond that, beyond spring quarter.
Yeah, you should fucking drop out if you don't like your college.
Yeah.
Switch to a fucking local one.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to push you in any way to do that.
Yeah.
Because I also think it's very funny that you live in Atlanta.
It is pretty funny that I live in Atlanta. I have to say, it does not fit me at all.
It really doesn't. Like, you guys haven't seen Eric as a person. Like, you
Yeah.
haven't seen the human form that he wears.
Mhm.
But he looks like he does not fit in Atlanta.
What did you say? That I look like I sell homemade patchouli oil off the side of a freeway?
I don't even remember when that quote was made.
That was when I fucked up my noodles with the fish sauce.
Eric really does look like some kind of shopkeeper in like a Zelda game.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many like stealth great punchlines from forever ago that have fucking exited my brain. God damn.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Hoodwinked 2. We're still at the very beginning.
Yeah. All right. The very beginning of Hoodwinked 2.
I don't even. The plot in this movie is so fucking bare bones. It doesn't fucking matter. But like, Granny gets kidnapped, and the wolf blames it on himself, but also he blames it on Red Riding Hood not being there. And then we cut to Red Riding Hood, and she's walking across a bridge, and then she fights a troll with her signature kung fu moves. And then we find out about the Order Hood of the Sisters of the Hood. I said Order Hood.
Yeah, the Order Hood.
Because I was thinking of the word hood.
Uh huh.
But no, it's the Sisters of the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all Little Red Riding Hoods, but old and with different colored hoods, and they all do kung fu, and they fucking suck. And they do a bunch of fucking baking jokes, and guess what? They fucking suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like the spatula slammer or some shit like that.
I think it's just called the spatula.
Yeah, some shit like that. But there's like 3 of them. And guess what? It fucking sucks. This movie sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie is not offensive in its badness. It's just bad. Like, it's so inoffensive. It's so inoffensive.
It's offensively bad.
No, I don't think so.
I do.
Huh.
I think it's offensively bad.
I didn't like this movie, and I didn't laugh at any of its jokes, but like, I never felt offended.
This is like
by it.
all the worst things about Shrek just fucking amplified and like distilled down into their most purely horrible form.
That's completely correct. It's all the bad jokes from Shrek and all the bad references from Shrek.
Yeah.
But a movie.
Just like weaponized.
It's like Dollar Tree Shrek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, Hoodwinked 1 is Dollar Tree Shack.
Yeah,
Hoodwinked 2 is...
Dollar Tree Hoodwinked.
No. Yes! Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was going to call it the expired milk sitting at the back of the dollar store.
You still had this?
Oh, man.
I'd like to bring up, this movie came out in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
A full fucking 5 years after the first one, which is a 2006 film, I think.
5.
Yeah, 2005. A whole 6 years after the first film. This movie came out the same year as fucking Cars 2.
Great year for animated films.
What was the DreamWorks film that year?
Probably How to Train Your Dragon, if I were to wager a guess.
You know what, that actually feels like correct.
That's actually a pretty solid DreamWorks movie, I think.
Both of them are.
Yeah.
The third one's not out yet as of this recording.
I haven't seen the second one. I like the first one.
The second one, I think, is better than the first one.
What's the best? Okay, what do you think is the best like animation studio right now? I mean, Pixar. You think?
Pixar probably.
As far as like just the mainstream ones.
Pixar probably, just because they, at least the last few movies they've put out have been very quality. You know, Incredibles 2 was weaker than the first one, but still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Coco is my favorite Pixar film, and it's great. What else have they done recently? What was before fucking Coco?
Fucking The Good Dinosaur.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur, so.
Yeah.
I don't even remember mine.
Oh, Inside Out. They also did Inside Out. That was okay.
You're what?
My last Pixar movie I saw. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna say this: Disney animation studios, they're fine, except Wreck-It Ralph 2 sucked.
I think the last one I saw in a theater was Toy Story 3. Like, it's been forever.
I try to go out and watch all of them. Maybe not in theaters, but you know, I'm so generally interested in film. I watch fucking just about everything that comes to theaters now, except for anything that I consider actual straight no need to watch trash, such as A Dog's Purpose or A Dog's Way Home.
Oh my god, A Dog's Way Home.
The
Holy
sequel to A Dog's Purpose.
Yeah.
same,
Longest
though.
fucking trailer ever.
Did we talk about that trailer after we saw the movie?
Yeah, we talked about it in the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Sony Pictures Animation has put out...
I mean, Spider-Verse was fantastic.
Spider-Verse was fantastic.
But the Emoji Movie.
The Emoji Movie, but also the Hotel Transylvania series, which I personally like, not for any of the written comedy, but for some of the slapstick and animation, because they're all fucking directed by Gendy Tartakovsky, goddamn creator of Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Hotel Transylvania.
And of course, Dial M for Monkey. That's his best work.
Just fucking Adam Sandler. God damn it. Illumination sucks.
Yeah, Illumination is straight up just terrible.
They're fucking terrible.
Minions bad.
Minions bad.
Fucking
Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3 all
Rest in
bad.
peace, Mario.
Secret Life of Pets bad. Louis
Yep.
C.K. as a dog.
Yeah.
Fucking
Dude, is he
jerking
gonna
off.
be in the second one?
I don't think so. I heard fucking David Cross's voice in the trailer for the second one. But no Louis C.K.
Dude, they should remove Kevin Hart because he's a fucking weirdo too. He fucking cheated on his wife.
Oh.
I really
Did
enjoy
he?
him getting
No, that was
drunk
Chris
and getting
Rock.
thrown out of
No,
places.
that's also Kevin Hart.
Oh. Man. Oh, it's a sad day.
No, Chris Rock cheated on his wife, but then he went to therapy.
Yeah. He was
Fucking-
also addicted to porn, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He talks about that in like that Netflix special he did,
Yeah, Tambourine.
which sucked, by the way.
Yeah, the terrible Netflix special. It's Chris Rock's. Except
What?
I did like...
Watched the whole thing, did not enjoy.
Yeah. I did like the bit about fucking Justice for Chad. The one that everyone was like upset about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good bit.
I don't even remember that bit, but yeah.
Where he's talking about
No,
white guys...
We don't even need to talk about
All right,
it. This
this-
is Chris Rock. We don't care.
All right, this podcast is longer than the Stevie episode, and it's for fucking Hoodwinked too.
And we're
Look,
like,
This movie didn't make me fucking sad like Stevie did.
Yeah.
we're
alright?
only on like the second scene.
Yes. Fucking grandma gets kidnapped
Yep.
by the witch. Fucking Red Riding Hood gets called in to help find grandma, and she leaves her secret training in the mountains.
Did we talk about the fucking happy ending agency?
Oh, they work for a.
The frog from the last movie.
Yeah, they work for the frog from the last movie, which was set up in the last movie. By the way, Hoodwinked, the first film, that film came out before The Avengers, but that movie is The Avengers, but for, like, fairy tale characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
They even get recruited by
By Nick Fury himself?
well, Nick Fury, but if he was a frog, and also sucked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, frogs don't suck. Come on.
Well, that frog did.
No, frogs are awesome.
I bet frogs would be really good at it, because they don't have, like, teeth. They just have those weird wet mouths and those tongues.
Are you saying you want to put...
You know, those
penis-
tongues that can just launch out and catch a fly?
Say it.
Are you saying you
No.
want to put your penis inside of the frog lady from My Hero Academia?
No.
I've never seen My Hero Academia, but sure, I guess.
No. Oh my god.
What, is she a child? In which case, no.
Yes.
she's a teenager.
Yes, she is a child.
She's
Okay.
also a frog.
Never mind, everybody. Never mind. I didn't have all the
man.
information. I just knew she was a frog, alright? That's why I only wanted to fuck her when I thought she was a frog.
Look, it's a fucking cartoon character. It's alright to want to fuck her.
No.
It's not... She is a...
Okay, Stewie Griffin. Is it alright to want to fuck Stewie Griffin?
No,
He's a
Stewie-
baby. He's a baby, you monster.
Well, she's not a fucking baby. She's a goddamn high schooler.
Podcast sucks, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, don't go out and fuck underage people, alright? Let's get this out of the
Now,
way.
Chris, on the other hand, I'd fuck the shit out of Chris Griffin.
Let's make this nice and
Come on,
clear.
he's 13. That makes me a hebephile.
He's fucking
right?
13?
Yeah.
He looks like he's fucking 35.
What if I was a weirdo libertarian guy who was like really obsessed with the difference between pedophilia and
I
hebephilia?
didn't even know hebephilia was a thing.
Well,
That's-
hebephilia is wanting to fuck teenagers.
Yeah.
I thought hemophilia was having like blood problems.
No, that's hemophilia.
Yeah. Not hebephilia.
Huh.
It's all different.
Just pronounce hemophilia like a really fat guy.
Hebephilia.
Hebephilia.
This is all different than herbophilia, by the way, which is wanting to fuck your marijuana. Look, that's the
You're
cleverest.
underage marijuana.
That was by the way the cleverest show
Marijuana.
Yeah.
that has ever been on this podcast.
That's the title.
Underage marijuana?
Yeah, that's the title.
Yeah.
That's a good podcast title.
Yeah, it is.
Underage marijuana. Shit, that's gonna get us pulled from YouTube.
Nah, dude. It's fine.
So Little Red Riding Hood meets up with the wolf Right? That happens?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then they go climb the beanstalk in the city to go to the Giant's Lounge or whatever.
Uh-huh.
The Giant from the Jack and the Beanstalk, because they have to talk to
The harp, right?
his harp or something.
Uh-huh.
Which has
Horrible character design.
It's honestly like fucking awful. He looks so terrible. Eric, I know you're not going to do this in editing, even though I want you to. But if you could if you could just make the art for this podcast, the harp man and also the spider with human teeth.
Okay.
If you could just like put them next to each other and just leave them there for the whole podcast.
All right.
But only do it after I mention it, so that nobody clicks off because they see the fucking harp and the evil fucking spider.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can do that.
I mean, you probably won't, but
No,
hopefully you do.
I can do that. It won't look fantastic. It'll just look regular.
That's fine.
All right.
Don't need it to look fantastic. It can look shitty for all.
It'll just get the joke across.
Yeah.
All right. So what? Like they talk to the harp.
Well, they talk to the harp, and the harp
like, fuck off.
And the harp is like fuck off, and he calls his boss the Giant, and then they go and they talk to the Giant for a bit.
They put on like.
And they find out that the Giant is a fucking racist and hates little people.
Yeah.
So they put on like a mustache and.
Well, no. So
He
Red-
hates littles in the
Red's
dominant daddy little girl community. Which, you know what? I think he's the true hero of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, so Red, the little Red Riding Hood, as I'm gonna call her now, she's talking to the Giant, and the Giant goes, "I fucking hate littles, get out of here."
I hate littles.
He says that. He says, "I hate littles."
I know, it's so funny though.
But also, by the way, the
Alex.
Giant's henchmen are
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
the Giant's henchmen, by the way, are fucking rhinos, which I actually think is very fun. I think that's the only positive aspect of this film, is I was like, oh, that's a good choice for henchmen. Big old rhino guys. It's too bad they look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, the wolf comes up and he cracks, like, a joke, and the Giant laughs and invites them to dinner, and then the rabbit the squirrel steals the harp.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a chase scene. And that's like, they find out that the bad guy from the first film is, like, how the witch is getting, like, orders out to people to collect certain ingredients because, I don't know, these films are fucking obsessed with baking or some shit.
So they just go and talk to him.
Yeah, they go and they talk to the rabbit.
Brenton, if the love of your life was a little, would you be able to do that? Would you be able to be...
Like, are you asking me if I actually hate, like, little people?
No.
Like the DDLG people.
The fucking daddy
Dominant
little
daddy
girl.
little girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
if
What is
the
that?
love of your life was a little...
The people who are like, I want daddy's cummies in me.
Yeah, those people.
Okay.
If you're...
Dom dad's little girl.
So, like-
and act like 2-year-olds
Yes.
and wear diapers and piss and shit
So,
their pants on
outside
purpose.
of that context, she's the absolute perfect person for you, but just when you have sex, she just, like, reverts to that persona, and you have to fucking go along with it.
Yeah, it's like a deal breaker for her if you don't.
Yeah.
I'd like to let it be known that my face is in my hands as I think about my answer here.
Because I know the answer is no from Dayton.
I never.
Yeah. Alex,
Honestly, it depends.
okay.
What?
It depends how far it goes.
Well, I mean,
It
well,
depends on how cool she is and how
this
far
is
it goes.
assuming she's a perfect
Assuming it's
soulmate,
perfect,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, I'd probably do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thinking of it, like, the benefits far outweigh the cons.
That's true.
Like,
It's
I'd rather
a perfect soulmate besides that. And, like, I can get over my fucking girlfriend going, I am a 2-year-old while we fuck. That's whatever. I'll just go jerk off in the bathroom.
Yeah, I can get over weird sex.
You
for
want her
some
lying
quality
down on your
banter.
bed just pawing up going goo goo gaga to your balls for like
2 hours.
I'm not gonna lie, there would not be much of a sex life, so I would spend a lot of time jerking it in the bathroom.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad I never had to assess this hypothetical for myself.
Well,
let's move on.
No. What's your decision? Would you do it?
Yeah, but it would be rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
I mean,
I think that's the answer of me, you, and Alex.
Yeah. It'd just be real weird.
Oh.
Like, I just wouldn't talk to any of my male friends about it at all.
I assume that if she's doing that, she's got to be down for some of my weirder kinks too, right?
That is a fair point.
If it's like a real relationship,
I can have her milk my man tits any day of the week. I'm not into that. I'm not saying this right now. I'm not into that. I was just using that as a kink, just to showcase for the joke.
Mm-hmm.
I am into that. Hoodwinked 2.
Yeah.
We actually, that small bit of plot we did, that's like a third
There's
of the
so
film.
little plot that, like...
a third of the film.
Yeah.
The rest is just filled with just garbage jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly, yeah. But they talk to the bunny, right? And he's voiced by Andy Dick, renowned life ruiner Andy Dick,
Mm-hmm.
killer of Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that right now.
Killer of John F. Kennedy. You heard it here first.
I'm just gonna say that Andy Dick did not directly kill Phil Hartman at all. He just happened to get his wife re-addicted to coke, and then she killed Phil Hartman in a downward spiral.
Also killed Martin Luther King. Anyways.
Yeah, Andy Dick.
Look into the facts.
He's the devil.
Uh-huh.
He's literally the actual devil.
Mm-hmm.
He eats souls.
Yeah, that means he's responsible for the downfall of all humanity. I mean, he was the snake in the Garden of Eden. That was Andy Dick.
That was
the
Andy.
whole time.
Andy Dick
was
was
him.
the snake.
Yeah.
Andy Dick did the Trail of Tears would also be a great podcast title.
Andy Dick was the tears. Anyways.
Yeah, he plays the bunny, and they make a bad abracadabra joke, and it makes me want to die. And then it gets revealed...
And a shitty Hannibal Lecter reference.
Yes. And it gets revealed that the way he was getting messages from the witch is she was just posing as the cleaning lady. Okay, let's talk about the witch and Granny and Hansel and Gretel, because this is like the next big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Hansel
Did
and
you
Gretel...
want to do a mid-episode thing?
Yeah, soon.
Okay.
We're almost to the middle of the film. So.
Okay.
But, everybody splits up.
Mm-hmm.
Like Red and the wolf and them.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember what Red does, but like the wolf and the squirrel, they go back to their trailer or whatever, remember?
Yeah.
And they get attacked by Cheech and Chong and Phil Lamar.
Yeah.
And honestly, that part of the movie doesn't fucking matter at all.
Nope.
But, no, it gets revealed that, to Granny at least, because she gets, the witch, and spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear any spoilers for the Hoodwinked film, go fuck yourself, because you're already this far into the podcast and have heard plenty.
Also, if you don't want to hear spoilers for the Hoodwinked film, just stick a gun in your mouth. Jesus Christ.
I do not advocate for suicide. Please
I
don't kill
do.
yourself.
If you fucking don't want to be spoiled for fucking Hoodwinked 2.
Dude, there's a super fan out there.
Yeah, there's some guy who's like...
Who hasn't seen Hoodwinked 2, even though it's been out for
He's hanging on
7
by
years.
one thread, and I just fucking severed it. That guy's
Who
gone.
listens to our podcast and who doesn't have Netflix.
Now I'm the Andy Dick. Anyways.
But, I don't know, it gets revealed that the witch is actually the grandma's sister. I called this the minute the film started, by the way. I'd like you guys to confirm that I called
no, for
this.
sure, you 100% did.
Like, she showed up on screen, and I went, oh, they're sisters.
Yeah.
By the way, she's a terrible villain, and so is Hansel and Gretel. They are not menacing, and they are not funny. And their whole plan is they're going to get Granny to make a forbidden truffle, which will give them superpowers.
Which, by the way...
That's literal, though. It literally makes them grow to the size of giants so they could fuck up a city.
By the way, I didn't catch the part where it would give them superpowers.
Oh,
I thought they just wanted a really delicious truffle.
See, the thing is, it's not explained that it would give them superpowers until
It's
it fucking
not?
does. They just...
want
Granny
it.
never mentions that it turns people big, and they don't mention that it turns people big. They just go,
Dude,
it will be good.
You know, I bet they just made that up at the fucking end of the movie.
It totally feels like an ass bowl.
Yeah,
So they can have a final conflict.
Because they're like, well, we won't have to remodel these characters. We'll just fucking size them up. Like, They ran out of money.
What the fuck else happens in this movie? Like the wolf gets attacked by Cheech and Chong and Samurai Jack.
Uh-huh.
And that's like a scene.
Yeah.
There's the singing goat. He shows up once or twice from the first film. He sucks.
Mm-hmm.
He shows up like 5 times.
He continues to be awful. I don't even remember what Little Red Riding Hood does. I'm gonna have to look at the synopsis. Give me 1 second, guys.
Noises.
Mm-hmm.
Noises.
Look, do you guys want to be the motherfuckers who talk about this? You guys want to fill
Nah.
air? You guys want to tell jokes while I read shit? Oh, after it gets revealed that Hansel and Gretel are villains, Granny and Verushka, the witch, have a confrontation, which is revealed that Granny and Verushka are sisters, and that Granny has always been the best sister, and that Verushka is a jealous bitch.
Yeah.
We should say they aren't like biological sisters.
No, they are.
What?
They are. They also happen to both be part of the Sisters of the Hood.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What? Dude, I'm getting all this lore.
Yeah.
I can't hold all this lore. What?
Oh, okay, yeah, so fucking the wolf gets attacked. The wolf and the squirrel get attacked by the pigs, and then they decide to go make up with Little Red Riding Hood. And fucking what? And they make it back to HQ, and they find it fucking destroyed by the pigs.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, and then the
I
frogman
just
crawls.
went to the Hoodwinked wiki.
Mm-hmm.
It says one of Granny's best friends and a former arch rival.
Oh, I totally thought they were really actually sisters.
Yeah, no.
Aw,
That's fucking
Oh.
dumb.
okay.
But
Went to
There's
the
a
market.
wiki for this? Jesus Christ.
there's a wiki for everything. There's a fucking you can find a wiki for all sorts of weird shit.
I wouldn't have thought, though.
There's a wiki for the podcast.
Dude, there should be.
Yeah.
And fucking they should come. Hey, if you guys are fans, make a wiki and compile
Yeah.
all our lore. Lore bit number 82. Alex's penis. He is 7.
Yeah.
Like
Alex, wait, what?
Alex is 7 penises.
Oh, I thought you said Alex's penis, it's a 7. I was like, that's okay. I mean, like, out of 10?
Well, no, I rate things out of 100, so that would be a terrible
Oh,
penis.
yeah, 7 out of 100. That's like, it's in you again. Like,
Having 7.
Well, no, I'm not rating it by length. I'm rating it by quality.
yeah.
If I were to rate a penis, it'd be by quality, not by length.
Well,
Like
yeah.
a 7 penis, that's like a gangrenous, syphilitic piece of shit. Can't even get hard.
It's like a limb that's fallen off.
Yeah.
It's,
No, Alex just has 7 penises. I would rate all of his penises at 65, though.
Okay.
Lore over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lore over. And that's the end of the lore. You guys want to take an intermission break?
Yeah.
All right.
Intermission
Let's
break.
not talk about Hoodwinked 2 for like a second. Let's let Alex and Eric fucking review my chili.
Yep.
We ate some chili.
I have no comment, by the way. I was not there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dayton had none of this chili, so he has
I was excluded.
No, you could've
forcefully
joined.
by myself.
You
from
could
this.
have driven all the way down to Concrete.
Yeah,
like
but I
Eric did.
excluded myself.
Alright, so we had a prime rib chili.
Yeah, it
with,
was leftover prime rib from my Christmas feast that I had shredded and then put in with black beans, pinto beans, and red beans, as well as a whole onion, a shit ton of water, 2 cans of tomato sauce,
So just like the works.
fucking a whole diced tomato. What fucking else? A
You said some hot sauce.
little bit of hot sauce, Parmesan, mozzarella, and cheddar cheese. I feel like there was another thing, but I can't remember what it was.
Alright, well,
But yeah, that's basically, well, many spices as well.
let's get into it then.
All right. First of all, the water. Interesting choice.
Well, you gotta thin the chili out.
Yeah.
Not you're gonna have too thick a chili.
That's true.
The beans, you could tell they had been done the night before. They weren't like falling apart and mush. They had some like texture to them.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't horribly. It wasn't overspiced at all. It was like pretty balanced. I had been eating like candy canes while we were watching Stevie and eating this chili. So you go from like peppermint to spicy, back to peppermint. It was weird, but it didn't like make me want to die like level 5 pot stickers.
Oh, after we ate that chili, we went and we went to the local. Oh shit! Cut that out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you already said
Just-
the name
we
of
went
the
to
town
a-
we're in.
yeah, I
Yeah, but
cut
that's
that
been
out.
cut.
I also cut that out.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
We went to a local Korean place, and Alex ordered an appetizer of pot stickers, but I think he just misheard what the lady was saying about the spice levels, and she went, "Do you want a 5?" And Alex just went, "Yes."
They were
it took-
incredibly hot.
They were very spicy. They were so spicy, I drank like 3 glasses of water
Yeah.
after eating one.
The waitress had to bring out a pitcher of water for us because all 3 of us were fucking dying.
She just left it at the table.
Yeah.
I had a good plate of orange chicken, though, that I took home, and then I fucking dropped it, but I dropped it and it flipped, and all of the chicken came out of the container, and I was fucking sad. And I had like 2/3 of that chicken left.
I got spicy ramen, and every bite I took was just like pouring salt on the fucking wound that was that fucking level 5
Did you
pot
eat
sticker.
the rest of those pot stickers?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Taking just a bite out of them, my face just becomes red.
But yeah, review my chili.
Yeah, chili.
You fucking plebeians.
7.5 out of 10 chili. Like, I've had way worse.
It would have been way better, but I brought it to you guys like 5 hours before it was fully done. Because everything was cooked enough to eat. It just didn't have enough time to stew together and blend together well.
It was a really like just fair.
It was a
Like
good
you
chili.
think of chili, that's pretty much what you get.
See, that's not true. You think of chili, you get fucking canned chili.
Yeah.
You get
Eric, what's your rating on my
school
chili?
I'm gonna give it, based on my rating, I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up.
Hell yeah.
Little too much mushrooms.
Oh, that's the other thing. It was in mushrooms.
Yeah. That's it. My only
Eric
complaint.
hates mushrooms.
Only complaint. Too much mushrooms sometimes. Most of the time I couldn't taste it, but sometimes I'd get a bite and I'm like, oh, mushroom. But other than that, everything else in it was delicious.
I forgot I put mushroom in there.
Yeah. That's just one. That's just one preference that I have. But 2 thumbs up on the chili.
I personally think that was probably the best chili I've ever made, but that opinion also comes from the fact that I had like 9 bowls of it the next day. So, yeah.
All right.
You guys got any other weird things to talk about while we're on break before we go back to Hoodwinked 2?
Dayton, you got any interesting anecdotes?
I feel like a fun thing to a good question to ask. What is everybody's weirdest movie theater experience?
Oh, I saw a guy jerking off.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
man.
Wait, did you see him?
Well, yeah.
Eye contact?
He was jerking off like fucking in the same row as me.
Oh, in the theater?
Yeah.
When?
This was like a year and a half ago. I don't even remember what movie I was fucking watching, but I walked out because the guy was fucking jerking off.
Oh, dude.
I went and I got my ticket refunded. I went and I watched a different fucking movie.
Fuck. What movie did you go see instead?
I don't fucking remember. It was like a year and a half ago.
Dude, what?
You know how many fucking movies I watch a year?
You probably...
How did you not tell us about this? A guy was just jerking off?
Why do you guys have to know all my fucking anecdotes?
Because that's fucking fascinating.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
How have you never told
Of course
us
we
about
would have
this?
wanted
Because
to know
it's like
this.
it's not a big deal at all. I saw a guy
That's a
jerking
That's
off.
a huge deal. Seeing people masturbate in
That's
public
like the
is not
number-
a public.
I've seen that way more times.
People
than
call the
that.
police about things
Brenton,
like that.
you've drastically misunderstood what I think is interesting to hear about.
I have seen at least 4 other people jerking it in public.
I've never seen that in my life. Well, I'll talk about that in a second.
This guy jerking off in the theater wasn't that fucking mind blowing to me. It wasn't the AMC theater. I was in fucking
Bellingham?
yeah, I was in Bellingham at the time.
That
What
reminds
the
me.
fuck was I watching?
Raw.
No.
You went to go see it a
It
second
was me.
time.
I was jerking off.
Dude, your reaction to watching Raw is still one of my favorite things.
Oh my god. Should we just give a short summary of what it is?
That's what I'm
for
doing
the
right.
listeners?
I was
Okay.
literally about to
Okay.
just launch into that. No,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine that you say it. I think it's just funny that you mentioned that we should do it right as I was attempting to segue into it.
Yeah.
Raw is a French horror film about cannibalism.
Yeah.
The college
And
experience.
everybody
Yes,
else
actually.
everybody else that we went to go see it with, including everybody here.
I think it was everybody here,
And
but
then-
also Caden,
Yeah.
our,
And
our former friend Caden. We are
yeah.
no longer friends with. Shout outs to Kate.
I was in the row behind everybody else, and they would look at me occasionally, and I would be like curled up in a ball and like sinking into my seat. I enjoyed the movie. It's just fuck, man. It's a lot of nasty shit. Is that all you're gonna say about your weirdest movie theater experience? Just
Well,
that
like,
you saw a guy jacking
I
I've
off,
seen
that's it?
4 different people jerking off in public.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
wanna know.
I've seen at
Where?
least 5, including the movie theater man.
Oh my
Do you know any of them?
No.
Just like
Dude,
around here.
Well, around here and other places I visit.
Where are you going?
That's like how I'm
what
like a
fucking
magnet.
places are you going
Why
to?
do you guys need to know
That's like
what I
how
fucking
I'm a
do
magnet
in my
for
life all the
cats.
time?
You're like a magnet for public masturbation.
Why are you guys so fucking interested in what I do all the time?
Cause that's fascinating.
It's not fascinating. It's not. I just saw a couple different fucking people jerking / jilling off in public.
Wait, jilling?
Well-
You saw a woman jerking
I
off in
saw
public?
2 women jerking off.
Oh
in
my
public.
What?
Oh.
Were they together?
No.
Okay, well, now I'm soft. Anyway,
That was good. That was fucking good.
the closest
well, okay.
I've gotten to that is
I saw the guy in the theater, and then I've seen 2 different homeless dudes jerking it off.
Understandable.
Jerking off in weird places, and then I've seen 2 different homeless ladies chilling off in places.
Okay, understandable.
I won't say what the
That must
places
have been
are.
I just
Seattle.
don't get how you could
3 of them were.
forget
Okay.
what movie that is.
Yeah,
I
that would be
never
burned-
forget
yeah.
that.
I remember the dude jerking off more than I remember the movie. It was a shitty movie I was watching.
From my story, I know
I-
I will never forget the movie I saw when this happened.
Let me just say one more thing.
Yeah,
I watch a lot of fucking movies, alright?
yeah,
I go to the theater quite often. I watch a fucking bunch of shit,
yeah,
alright?
yeah.
Goddamn.
I mean, I only go to a theater like maybe 4 times on average a year. I think this year was the most I've gone to a movie theater in years.
I've been to the movie theater a shit ton of times this year.
Yeah.
Less
so
than normal, actually.
Should I say mine, since I don't know if Eric and Alex have theirs in the
I
have
don't,
one.
but I want to. The closest I've ever gotten to that was when I saw a prostitute offer to fucking jerk me off in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
That was bizarre. She was just walking with this guy. She had something written in Sharpie on her forehead.
Probably bang.
It was damaged.
Slut.
Yeah, it was damaged. Fuck.
I still haven't seen Suicide Squad, but I think that would be a fun episode with Rebecca.
Suicide Squad. That's what you went to go see.
No, I have not seen Suicide Squad.
Well, that was like a year and a half ago.
I thought it was like 2 years ago.
Probably, I think it came out August 2016. Yeah, so like 2 years.
The only DC movie I've seen in theaters of this recent slate is Wonder Woman.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
All right,
It was
dude.
okay.
So yeah, so
fun.
since I brought up the
Better than a
question,
lot of others.
I'll say mine now. And I mean, I've told this story around
It's a
you
good
guys
one, though.
so much, but it's one of my favorite stories. So when did Frozen come out? Like 2013?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah, so,
Seems
December
right.
2013, me and my family go to see Frozen. And right when they get to Do You Want to Build a Snowman, for some reason, every time I go to see a movie, I have to piss
Because you have a
really
weak bladder.
bad whenever I get a soda. So
You have the bladder of a tiny baby boy.
I waddled up to the bathroom.
You guys don't know this, but Dayton is 8,000 pounds.
That is not true.
Dayton is the size of one whole house, so when he waddles, he really waddles.
That is not true. I'm like the second lightest person.
Well,
in the
yeah, I
group.
would say definitely Alex is the skinniest, and then I am the heaviest.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'm a fucking chonkster
Yeah.
compared to these boys.
But anyway, so I waddle up to the bathroom, and I go in a stall. And I should say, by the way, if there is somebody else in the bathroom, I I can't go. Like, it's impossible.
Interesting that you
That's
chose
weird.
a stall to piss.
I can only go if
Well,
there's
I don't
somebody
wanna
in the
be
bathroom
seen.
watching me.
I don't want to be seen. That's why I never use...
You don't use the urinals?
That's why
I almost
live stream all
called
of
it
my
a
pisses
porta
on Twitch.
potty. Fuck. Yeah, I never use urinals. I've never used one when there's somebody else in there.
Interesting.
If I know
Dude,
that I can be
What?
hidden while using urinal, I'll use it. But if I can't, then I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
But anyway,
Dayton, let me. So, like, you have never pissed in a urinal when there's been someone else in the bathroom?
no.
You've never been like trapped. You're like mid pee and some guy walks in.
You just fucking stitch it up?
That's never happened, thankfully.
Shit.
You should overcome this bathroom anxiety.
It's not. It's just something I prefer.
What are you
not
gonna
to
do? What if you have to drink a bunch of dudes' piss?
Why is what? Why is
Like,
that
what are you gonna
happen?
do? What are you gonna do? What if you gotta piss on it?
If I have to drink a bunch of guys?
Yeah, what are you gonna
piss?
drink a bunch of piss and then piss on it, dude?
That's not gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen to me unless you orchestrate that behind my back.
See, that's ultimately what this is setting up. This is me
no.
Chekhov's gunning a horrifying scenario in which Dayton has to not only drink piss but also piss on a man.
Alright, well, I hope that day doesn't happen.
30 years from
But, okay, so to recap before I tell the best part.
Yeah, bathroom Frozen.
Went to go see
built
Frozen.
snowman.
As soon as I got to do you want to build a snowman, I had to piss really bad. So I go up to the bathroom in the theater, and I pick a stall, and it's all going pretty fine. And I should say, I didn't realize there was somebody else in the bathroom, so that kind of made me okay with just going. But anyway, about, I want to say 10 seconds into pissing, I hear mumbling in the stall next to me. And it was a very, very weird conversation. However, the only thing I remember, and I know this is a bit hypocritical of me to say it, because I say I can't remember most of this, and I say it's really weird that Brenton can't remember what movie he was seeing when he saw a guy jacking off, so I apologize for that.
I saw the dude jacking off. I left.
I have forgotten.
I went and I saw a different movie.
Over the years, I have forgotten so much about this, but one thing sticks in my head, and it, to quote him, "This is the last time I'll ever let you fuck me in the ass." And I could not.
Well, that's a great line.
I could not piss for like 5 minutes. I just waited for that guy to leave.
Yeah.
And to this day, I still think about what exactly did that mean. And I think what you guys all thought before I came to an even greater conclusion was that he was getting fucked in there.
No,
But
no,
he
not
got
I
even
think
fucked.
you
Got
I
fucked.
think you brought it up. What if he just had a prolapse?
Yeah, he got
and
fucked.
he was suffering the consequences.
He got fucked and he got fucked and his anus prolapsed.
Yeah.
And then he called up the guy to just
Well,
chew him out a little
No,
bit.
no,
Or he was just
no.
saying it to himself.
He was
Yeah.
saying that to himself because he had to deal with his anal prolapse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he was saying it to himself. He was like, "This is the last time I ever let you
I've,
fuck me in the ass," because he was thinking about his gay boyfriend.
Yes, I've
his
had-
lovely gay boyfriend
or
who
his gay
prolapsed his
lover,
ass.
whoever it may be. But or it doesn't have to be a gay
I'd like
lover.
to say
maybe he got pegged. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he
But-
might have been pegged.
But
That's completely true.
I've had a lot of really weird theater experiences, but that will always stick with me as the weirdest one.
That's a
I've
great
ever
story.
had.
Are you guys into pegging?
No. Well, I would let it happen. But it's
You'd
not-
let yourself get pegged at least once?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Good to know.
you might as well, right? I mean, it's...
Look, I won't say my views on butt play at all.
You're pro. You're pro butt.
Yeah, I'm pro butt play.
I can see it.
I don't personally stick a finger up my butt or anything like that, but
I've put stuff in my butt
but
before
like-
I like it.
Oh my
but like
God.
I'm not gonna say no to a pinky in my ass when I'm fucking a chick.
So
I've put pens in there. It's all right.
Hey, Alex, what's your weirdest theater experience?
Wait, Alex, wait. Before you do that, what's your opinion on butt play?
You gotta throw the Sharpie away after you're done with it.
Yes.
You can just
Correct.
wash it off.
I'm
Anyways,
not keeping that dirty. It's tainted.
All right, what's your weirdest theater experience?
All right, so I used to have braces. Yeah, these teeth, they're ugly, but they were uglier.
Yeah, you guys don't know this, but Alex, you guys know Spock's teeth from the original Star Trek series? I only know this because I watched a Red Letter Media video the other day that talked about the Star Trek motion picture, and they talked about how fucking Leonard Nimoy got fucking braces and his teeth got better. And I went and I looked at a bunch of old pictures of Leonard Nimoy, and his teeth look like fucking corn kernels. Yeah. That's what Alex's teeth used to be, but worse. He used to only have 3, now he has 8.
Yeah, braces fixed that. But I also had a retainer on the top side. And
braces and a retainer.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I was a clumsy little shit, so I would drop it, and I never permanently lost it. I would always find it. But I'm at the theater, and I fucking drop it in the middle of the movie. And it doesn't just fall, like, next to me. It skitters, like, rows in front of me. So I'm just sitting there the entire movie. I don't remember what movie I was watching. I spent the entire movie like, I gotta get it. I'm not gonna crawl under these people, but fuck, I gotta get that retainer.
Honestly, what you should have just asked is like, hey, I dropped my fucking retainer.
I didn't know where it was, though. It dropped and then just went into the darkest abyss.
So did you find it?
Yeah, after the movie,
You fucking crawled through the floor waste?
I wasn't gonna crawl when, like, people were there. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, excuse me, just getting my retainer. Might be...
Dude, that's a good story. I like that more than the guy jerking off in the theater.
But yeah, it was just me being a dumbass.
Eric, what about you?
I haven't had any weird theater experiences.
No, not those fucking old people watching fucking Anomalisa or whatever? Was that weird movie you watched? There was old people there, and then they left halfway through?
Yeah, I saw fucking Swiss Army Man, and I was alone with fucking 2 people, and I don't know if you've seen Swiss Army Man or not, but the moment the corpse started farting, the old people just left. And I was alone in that
Swiss
theater.
Army Man is a good movie.
Or no, it wasn't when the corpse started farting, it was when he started using his dick as a compass.
Yes.
Then they just walked out.
What did they think that movie was gonna be?
I don't know, dude. Old people don't fucking plan for shit.
They just go.
They're
just
just
show
like
up at the theater and they go, "What's the movie we should watch?" based on the title, and then they walk in, and if they don't like it, they leave.
Yeah, they're like,
we thought it was gonna be like a World War II movie.
Yeah, probably.
They're like,
they saw
infinite
Swiss
time.
Army Man. They went, "That's gonna be an action movie."
Yeah. They have infinite time and they love complaining about shit, so it's like...
I mean, I love complaining about shit, so I get it.
I also have lots of time and like complaining about stuff, so, you know.
Alex, I thought yours was gonna be when we went and saw Monster Trucks.
I did think about that guy touching my
the
head.
fucking kids that kept touching your head.
Oh, by the way, at some point we went and watched the movie Monster Trucks? I don't remember what it is.
I don't remember.
Great bad film, actually. Love it so much.
You know what? That was a weird theater experience, because I was expecting that to be empty, because it's fucking Monster Trucks.
It was Monster Trucks,
but it was
in January.
Full. It was
full.
filled.
We had to sit right in front of the
right
screen.
in the front row, where you have to bend your neck
It was like
the whole time.
moms bringing their like 7 kids to it.
Yeah.
And also, there were children like playing tag at the front row.
It was hilarious.
During the movie.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to... Okay, so initially I had sat next to our former friend Caden and Alex.
Oh man, that Cheeto breath was so bad in the fucking movie theater.
But like, I don't remember how, but I think I got someone to switch with me, and I ended up next to Eric. And
I think someone got up and you were just like, fuck it.
No, because I was next to Caden like the whole time.
I was sitting next to Dayton.
I was sitting... No, because I ended up next to you, remember? Because I would lean into you and I would tell jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Because eventually I think Caden and me switched.
Oh, okay.
I think I was...
But Caden was making some of the fucking... He was making... What was the joke he was making over and over?
He was like, I'm gonna make Columbine look like a joke. Some fucking hack.
Yeah, some fucking hacky school shooting joke. It wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
But like, I had some that like 30 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. Monster Trucks, great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Good time. You guys want to talk about Hoodwinked 2 again?
Yeah.
Guess what? The rest of this movie, it doesn't matter.
Nope, not at all.
They go to fight the main villains, right?
Yeah.
They Red Riding Hood and the wolf and the squirrel go and infiltrate the main villain's base with the help of... what the fuck is the name? It's the woodcutter guy. The
yodeler?
Yeah, the yodeler guy. He's got like a yodel group or something. I was actually looking at my phone at this point in the movie, so this is very blurry.
Yeah.
I had brought up Moon Knight, one of my favorite comic book characters, and I was like, fuck Hoodwinked 2, I'm gonna go read a Moon Knight comic. But yeah, they infiltrate the building, and
Hey, what? Getting the Yodelmobile?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But no, but they go to save Granny and they save her, right? And it gets revealed that Hansel and Gretel are evil to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
And also we get the spider, which is Itsy Bitsy Spider, which has real human teeth and is terrifying.
Mm-hmm. It has a Creech mouth, by the way. Keeping up with monster trucks.
Also, Red reveals something.
Is she?
No, because remember, she does something...
Red fucking reveals her pink to the wolf, and then they fuck. I've been waiting to make a joke about fucking Red to Pink forever. Ever since you insinuated that the wolf fucks Red, I've been trying to like make it work.
You've been workshopping it all fucking night so far? Hell yeah, dude.
I've just been like trying to find different ways to insert it into the conversation.
I mean, you did well. That worked completely.
All right.
What didn't work was a shit joke.
Yeah, I know.
Bam.
I like it.
Wait, so when does the like train part happen?
We're getting there soon.
Oh, okay.
Because, shit. So she reveals. I just remembered. She reveals the final ingredient for the secret truffles or whatever.
They reveal what that is? I don't remember that at all.
It was macadamia nuts.
I was actually about to just like scroll through the synopsis to try to find out what it is, but I'm glad you remembered, Aaron.
Yep. Macadamia nuts are fucking amazing.
They are good. They are very good.
Yeah.
You know what else is good? Brazil nuts.
That's true.
You know what isn't good? Their original name. N-word toes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sad boys.
Oh.
Get your daily allowance of selenium.
Okay, but Hansel and Gretel, right? They eat the truffles and they get big, and then the rest of the movie is essentially just an action sequence where they fight Hansel and Gretel and they make a bunch of bad puns and jokes.
No, they do that and then they cuck the sister.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, wait, we're partners. And they're like, ha, no.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
They take all the truffles and don't give her any.
I totally did not remember that at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, the sister has like a redemption arc because she almost dies. And then Granny is like, I'll save you.
She only has a redemption arc when she realizes that she's going to get fucked out of her evil plan.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fair to say that she wasn't necessarily super in on the evil plan the whole time, because she was very, very nice to Granny in the earlier scenes where Granny was captured.
Okay.
But, I don't know, this movie sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to read too much into it, like, at all.
Yeah.
This movie fucking blows, dude. But they fight Hansel and Gretel, and then there's the scene where they get...
They're like doing something, and they go through the front of a train.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter. They're just fighting, and then they all end up on the witch's broom, and then they end up in a train car, and then the train car ends up on top of the Empire State Building, but fairy tale style. And then
it just teeters.
Well, no, because then we get the scene where the wolf and the Red Riding Hood become the friends again.
Yeah, they teeter back and forth, and they talk back and forth, and they walk to the middle.
Dude, it's literally using the train as a metaphor for their relationship being unstable, and then become stable. And then the train falls anyway, because they need a good gag. I fucking hate this movie.
Yeah, it's a bad one, everybody.
Then they beat Hansel and Gretel by making them eat more truffles until they get fucking fat. And you realize, this movie was all just a setup for this expansion porn.
That's true. I jerked off like 4 times
Yeah.
during this
Eric
section.
was the guy in the theater jerking off.
Yeah.
And then the movie is over. Like, there's a couple other lines, and there's a few other things that kind of happen, but, like, the movie's fucking over now.
Yeah.
Nothing else happens in it that fucking matters. How many minutes are we at?
We're at 118.
We're at an hour 20 for this fucking podcast?
Yep, let's give ratings.
Yeah,
This is too much time to spend on Hoodwinked 2. Fuck this movie, it's bad.
We spent more time on Hoodwinked 2 than we did at all for Stevie.
Yeah.
For The Intern.
Yeah.
For fucking many of our podcasts so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, to be fair, it's probably the intermission that threw a bunch of time into this, and the whole lead-up.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, good podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We did it, guys. You guys want to give ratings? Dayton, you want to go first?
Alright. I can't really think of a lot of redeeming qualities about this movie. Like, I can't think of anything that would make me come back to it. But while I was watching it, I appreciated that the voice actors kind of sounded like they gave a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, the voice cast is all-star, considering the amount of surprisingly big-name actors.
Yeah.
Like fucking Bill Hader, Amy Poehler.
That's the best part of the
Joan
movie.
Cusack,
Yeah, Patrick
Glenn Close,
Warburton,
Hayden Panettiere.
kind of sounds like he's phoning it in for most of the time, but
Well,
I can't
is.
blame him. Yeah. I fucking would too, because it's
think
Hoodwinked too.
I think all of the actors sound like they're phoning it in. They just all happen to be talented enough that they don't sound like shit.
Yeah, but that's really the only good thing.
Panettiere.
It's
Bam.
a visually ugly movie.
Oh my god, those character designs.
The character designs are
atrocious.
fucking terrible. Plot really isn't anything new. Everything's predictable. It's just a really bad kids movie with jokes that kids wouldn't understand.
And also wouldn't laugh at.
Yeah, and adults wouldn't laugh at either.
Who was this fucking movie made for?
No one. Who ever asked for a sequel to Hoodwinked?
It was made to launder drug money. You're right.
I actually think that that's the correct answer. Is It was made to launder fucking money. But Hoodwinked 2 sucks big ass.
Wait. What was your numbers?
I give it like a fucking 1 out of 10 toes.
Okay. All right.
Just very mediocre. Would never watch again.
Just a little pinky toe.
I only wanted to watch it for the curiosity.
I'll go next. So this movie is gonna get a lower rating than The Intern, but I do need to preface this. I rate movies purely on what I consider to be their objective quality. Alright? My love or like of the film is, of course, in there too. It definitely biases it, one way or the other. But just because I give a movie a lower rating than another one doesn't mean I liked it less or hated it more or even liked it more or any of that shit.
Yeah.
It's what I think it objectively gets. I give Hoodwinked 2 a 7 out of 100.
Okay.
It's trash. It didn't need to be made. It's utterly useless. None of what happens in the film actually matters. There's no sense of tension. There's no comedy. Comedy is subjective, and I'm sure you could find a few laughs in this somewhere, but like they're few and hard to find, I think, even if you could. The animation's incredibly poor, even though it has a $30 million budget. It literally looks about as good as the last film, which had a less than $8 million.
Sausage Party had like a $20 million. Sausage Party had like a $20 million budget, and that looks way better than this.
Yeah.
Of course, that's also because their workers were fucking exploited.
Well, I'm pretty sure the workers in this were also fucking exploited.
Yeah, probably.
But, the score is fucking terrible. The jokes are terrible. The characters are terrible.
I can't remember a single song in that movie. Except for, like, the licensed ones.
Yeah. Well, it's a bad licensed soundtrack, too. There's a whole dance scene, remember? There's that whole pop scene right in the middle.
Yeah.
That fucking sucked. It's a bad movie that I genuinely would not recommend anyone watch. But I find it to be generally inoffensive. Like, it's atrocious in just about every way possible, but, like, I don't know. Like, I watched this movie and I was like, man, this sucks. But, like, I don't feel like my time has been robbed from me like other movies. Like, when I watched The Intern, I was like, that's fucking 2 hours just gone. I don't want to watch movies anymore for, like, a week. After this, I'm like, I'd be down for watching, like, 5 more movies today.
Alright.
But, yeah, 7 out of 100.
Okay.
Alex?
Alright, I guess I'll go. I'm just right out of the gate. I'll give it a 1.5 out of 10.
Alright.
It's a bad movie. Like, Scooby-Doo, that movie is laughably bad. This movie is like you took too much ketamine and you can't move on the couch. So you're just staring.
Okay.
Dude, yeah, I think an accurate way to describe this movie would be like, this movie is the equivalent of staring at a blank wall for an hour and a half.
You know what? I think Alex's description is fucking perfect, but I'm gonna reword it a little bit for me personally.
Go for it.
It feels like when you were a kid and you were sick at home, and you were so out of your mind sick Like, you just couldn't focus on anything. And you're just watching whatever is on,
garbage.
daytime Cartoon Network shit.
Yeah, this actually
that
feels
just sucks.
like the shit that Cartoon Network would just play early morning.
There's nothing else that you would want to watch, and then that comes on, and you just have to deal with it.
And you're just, like, delirious from being sick.
Yeah, and you can't focus, and you're hungry.
This is an 11 a.m. Tuesday Cartoon Network movie.
Yeah.
And you just deal with it.
No,
because it's better than doing nothing.
It's not even that. It's an 11 a.m. Tuesday Disney Channel movie.
I was gonna say Boomerang, but
okay, you know what? That's completely apt too. You got anything else to say about the movie, Alex?
No, this movie is really bland.
If you guys, I'm pretty sure if you take the amount of time that we talked about the movie in this, and the amount of time we didn't talk about the movie in this, it would actually be more didn't talk about the movie than there is talking about the movie.
I'm going to get in with my review. This is the nut shack of children's movies. I think that's a pretty apt description.
Yeah, that's also completely correct.
2 thumbs down. I don't want to waste any more time talking about this fucking movie. It's bad.
Would you say it's one of the worst movies you've ever watched?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah. It's like Jaws the Revenge is slightly below this.
Dude, I gotta watch Jaws the Revenge again. That movie's so fun.
Terrible.
It's so fun, though.
Man.
Alex, you shouldn't watch any of the Jaws movies except for Jaws the Revenge.
No, you should watch the first Jaws and also the second Jaws and also the third Jaws and then also Jaws the Revenge.
Like
that's
Jaws
all of
PS2
them.
games.
Eric is actually a Jaws fan.
I love Jaws.
He loves all of the Jaws movies. I only liked the first one and Jaws the Revenge.
Okay, well, the first one is the only good one, but then Jaws 3 is, like, ridiculous, and then Jaws 4 is so bad that you have to watch it. Jaws 2 you can skip.
Jaws 2 is the only one that has any amount of quality compared to 3 or 4, though.
Yeah, that's what makes it skippable, because it's not good. And
Jaws 2 is just Jaws 1, but a little worse.
Yeah.
Well, not like 30% worse.
But Jaws 3 is great, because it's fucking 3D, and the 3D technology with the shark is fucking ridiculous. So, there's a scene where the shark
Which one is the one that has Samuel?
I don't know.
And also, is Samuel in any of the Jaws movies, or am I thinking of Deep Blue Sea?
You're thinking of Deep Blue Sea. But there's a scene where the shark is, like, moving towards this underground base, and it's
that was made for 3D theaters?
And, yeah, and it's not moving at all. It's just perfectly still, just moving forward, and it looks fucking ridiculous. Anyways, Hoodwinked 2, bad movie.
Well,
this is a good podcast.
Well, don't end it yet. We gotta do some pimping and stuff.
Okay.
Well, like our general like thing. Thanks for
Dayton,
listening.
you got any social media?
Yeah, Dayton, you got anything you want to plug?
Powder green with 2 N's at the end on Twitter.
You, Eric? Yeah, you want to plug your social?
No.
Alex?
Actually, I'm Eric Fetus Farms on Twitter. Fucking follow me
What the fuck am I on Twitter?
You're a curious learning daddy.
No, I'm not. I am no longer a curious learning daddy.
I thought you were the Random Ninja 7.
Yes, that's my thing. I am the Random Ninja 7. Yes, I picked that username when I was in fucking middle school. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
No, my current Twitter name is Arthur Morgan is Prime Daddy Material.
All right.
I'm currently unemployed. Please look me up on Snagajob.
Find my LinkedIn.
Yeah. We out here.
Yeah. Well, you out here grinding, loving the grind.
Snagajob.
Dude, that is a real thing. That's what me and Alex and Rebecca had to use to apply at Jack in the Box.
Oh my god.
By the way, me, Alex, and Alex's girlfriend and guest of the podcast, Rebecca, all recently got and quit
That's right.
jobs.
Rebecca was Alex's girlfriend the whole time.
Yeah, it's out.
That's not a twist.
Big reveal.
That was literally revealed in the first episode she was in.
Oh. Alright, never mind.
I'm pretty sure I introduced her as Rebecca, Alex's girlfriend, friend, and also friend of the podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that does sound right. Never mind.
Or something like that.
Alright, everybody.
Wait. Thank you for listening to the 8 Eyes on 3 Guys podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share the video.
Uh-huh.
Have a nice day.
Alright.
Bye-bye.